In the fall, when the plants don't look all nice and pretty and just sit there, people want to get them out of their garden because they just say these are dying, let's get rid of them. But I don't do that. I tend to let them die all the way, because just like these cucumbers, now the vines are getting pretty rough, a lot of them. Now occasionally you'll start getting deformed vegetables off them like this, where it's curved and it should be straight. One end might be bigger than the other. But I just want to let you see. Now these plants look terrible. I started trimming some leaves because the leaves were all dying from disease. But these are not something I'm worried about affecting the other plants. And plus they're still producing good in here. So until they die back, but like I say, you're going to get deformed fruit on your older plants that are stressed out. Now these plants over here I'll end up taking out because they're just completely dead. They didn't perform too well. They like the heat more and such as that. But I just say, if you're getting a crop and you're not needing to plant something else in that area, let it grow. The same with these bell peppers. Now they stopped producing. You know, the heat got to them. They weren't looking good. In fact, I lost one of them, but it was due to root knot nematodes, but I dealt with that. But I always leave them in, because in the south, and you can have that problem up further north too. I'm in 8B, but once that temperature starts getting up into the 90s, they really don't perform good. The fruit from them is very small compared to what they normally would do, and they just they don't set their blooms don't set. They just kind of fall off. But when it comes fall and the weather cools down some, as you can see, there's fruit all over on here. It's all of them setting. They've got a lot of little fruit. In fact, I had to tie them up, but I've still had little side shoots that's broke off because there's too many bell peppers on each one. But harvesting today, and you can see we've got a good batch of them. But also the jalapeno peppers. When you get a half a bushel off these, they're actually, in the fall, they're actually performing better than they do in the springtime. The plant's not rooted in as well. It does produce, and a lot of times the fruit is bigger. But whenever it comes fall, they start picking back up, and they've still got probably a month to go or more. Even though the temperatures have got into the mid to upper 50s at night, it doesn't bother them. They'll do fine, and they're just loaded up, and the plants are healthy. So don't pull up that plant. Let that plant go if you don't have to have that area to start another crop. I hope this video is helpful. That might make you consider something else, and you know, let your plants stay in there. Happy gardening.